The team that came in third place that I really was impressed with that I wanted to talk about was the Cincinnati Bengals. Man, Cincinnati came at a record of 9-8, and you would never know that if you watched any of the games towards the end of the season. Man, Cincinnati was playing. I don't think anybody wanted to play them in the playoffs, except that you were playing them on defense. Their defense is historically bad, but that offense is just off the chain, man. They were 237 passing yards, which was 10th in the league, 72 rushing yards, which is 28th in the league, points for 29.0, which is 4th. Points against 25.8, which is 28th in the league. Their defense was the story of the team last year, meaning the fact that they would score. They lost, 4 games or 3 games scoring over 35 points. That defense was garbage. And they didn't do anything for them. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase were on fire. I just feel bad for them in a way because how are you going to put up that performances? Joe Burrow was arguably an MVP level candidate, and just the team was so bad with the defense that he couldn't win. You know, what's your thoughts on Cincinnati, Brady?
I don't think they're really gonna do much, man. They didn't make any moves when it comes to defense. Yeah, they drafted with their first round pick. They drafted a good defensive end that can hold his own, but now you're trying to trade away the sack leader last season, Trey Hendrickson, and for what? Because you don't want to pay him. Because you don't want to pay him, and it's just like, dude, if you guys really want to win, defense wins championships. If you watch sports, you watch any team sports, you know that for a fact. And you can't depend on just Joe Burrow, Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. Like, you need defense to help you win. And even on the offensive side, you need offensive line. Like, Joe Burrow just lost one of his offensive linemen today in practice that he's done for the season. And it's like, if you don't have dudes that can protect your star player, how is your star player supposed to do work out there? Like, you just want them to go out there and do some witchcraft and be like, yo, you know what? I'm going to throw it up to Jason Higgins and pray to God they come down with it. It's like, dude, like, you can't keep going on like this. You're going to get these guys hurt. You're going to take L's. You're going to be in the bottom half of the league, and then you're going to be complaining later like, oh, my God, why don't we win? Because you guys don't make damn moves, and you guys don't know how to be GMs out here and make some picks, pay your players. Like, it's frustrating to see. Like, and I'm not even a Bengals fan. Like, I don't really care, honestly. But it's just frustrating to see that you got these star talents on the offensive side of the ball when it comes to Burrow, Brown, Chase, and Higgins, and they can't do anything. We can't see them in the playoffs because you don't want to upgrade your defense and offensive line.
Yeah, no, exactly. And it's been in the news on and off for the last, obviously, since training camp started or whatever. We probably are both in agreement here. Cincinnati's messing up on not re-signing Trey Henderson, right? Like that. I think it's coming down. I guess the last report is that it's coming down to guaranteed money, and he wants more of a guarantee. They're agreeing on the amount. They're agreeing on the length, but I guess it's the guaranteed money now. But you have the guy that's led the league in sacks 2 years in a row on a horrible defensive team. That's impressive. And you don't come out that he's 30 years old, but 30 ain't old anymore in the NFL. Like, I think that a lot of people are starting to show that, like, you're getting older stuff. I think you front load the contracts then, and then you can get out of it when they get older. I know it's easier to spend everybody else's money when it ain't yours, but I think that the age thing is starting to get to be a kind of silly. What's your thoughts on the age thing? Because Trey Hendrickson is a lot like that. You got Terry McLaurin, the same kind of situation. Because they're at 30 or something. So you pay them up front a lot more money when they're in the prime, and then you can get out of the contract later. Is how I would handle it.
Dude, man, like, there's so much technology when it comes to health and keeping your body right and all this stuff. And when you have millions of dollars to actually do that, to actually get your body right and eat the right stuff, have the right nutrition, put your body to the right rest and all this stuff, like it shouldn't be a question anymore. It should be a statement, as in, like, I'm going to be as good as I can be at any age. Obviously, you get to 35, 40 years old is completely different. You start to slow down. Your body starts to ache more. You're more prone to getting injured. But, dude, 28, 29, 30 years old, that is peak, my guy. That is peak. And you're talking about a guy that led the league twice, back-to-back years in sacks. Like, that is a focal point of football. Like, if you're able to get the other QB sacked, that is amazing. And it's just like
35 sacks in the last 2 years.
And if we're talking about how Steve just brought it up, that they're talking about they're not agreeing on the guaranteed money, bro, football is a tough, harsh sport. Of course, these players want guaranteed money. Like
Yeah.
they want to be, they want to sleep at peace, knowing that if I give 110% every practice, every game, every single second that I'm out there on the football field, that I'm gonna be okay, that I'm gonna be all right if I get injured when I go home. Damn, man, I messed up my leg. Damn, I messed up my arm. Damn, I got a concussion that I can never come back from. Damn, I messed up my neck. I'm gonna be okay with the security money that you're gonna give me. I'll be good. I'm gonna go 110%. But if you're telling me I'm not gonna get the guaranteed money that I want, or you're not gonna give me any guaranteed money, why should I put my body on the line for you? Why?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's definitely a harsh sport, and it's definitely something that I think that they're starting to get a lot more smarter about the money, and the money is definitely better than it's ever been compared to some of the players from the last decade. But even still, I think they're starting to understand. That's why these guys are retiring earlier. They're starting to understand that it's
Bro,
great to
people
play
have
football.
died, bro. People have died at 45 years old because they get so many rattles to the brain. Bro, you're a defensive lineman. You know how many times you're clashing with an offensive lineman? Boom, 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 boom. You think that doesn't imagine if every day I told you, yo, you gotta pay me $1 every day for gas money. Eventually, you're gonna go broke because you're giving me $1 every day. It's the same thing. They're hitting every time. Boom, boom, boom. Those little increments pile up to something big, and it could mess up the brain, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree.